If you are able to look at the perspective of someone who thinks negatively about life, you will always see the glass as half empty. There's always something bad going on and something to complain about. You wouldn't see that you have a decent job, a loving family, and a roof over your head. Oh no, you hate it when your boss tells you what to do. What does he know about making business reports, right? These kids are exhausting. I can't get a nice long rest at weekends because they make a lot of noise. Oh, the heater is broken again. This is the third time I got that replaced. Can't you just give me some slack? As a result, you're often unhappy and dissatisfied with life. I mean, what's there to be happy about, right? The world is always on fire and it's always against me. Perspective, a particular attitude toward or way of regarding something. A point of view, a word so powerful but yet often overlooked. It has the ability to shape our reality. It has the power to transform our lives. Well, for those who know how to properly use it, that is. Hello and welcome to Motivation Matters. Here in this channel, we talk about personal finance, self-improvement, motivation, and anything you need to find success in life. If this is something you're into, consider hitting the subscribe button. And now back to the video. My early 20s weren't exactly my most productive career years. There's still a hint of immaturity that I got from my college days, and people don't seem to associate me with the word promotion. I often make mistakes. My communication skills were poor, and I'm horrible when it comes to interviews. The funny thing is, I honestly thought that I was cursed because every time I went on an interview, I always have something to say about my mistakes but couldn't remember any work achievements, which is a really big red flag. I remember the manager cringing as I single-handedly turned the interview from selling myself to the complete opposite. Why am I telling you this? Well, if you were me in this situation, how would you react? Did you see it as an I'm never going back on interviews again, or did you see it as an opportunity to grow and learn? The truth is, our perspective can have a huge impact on how we approach challenges in life. If we choose to see them as obstacles, we will feel defeated and unmotivated. But if we choose to see them as opportunities to learn and grow, we will feel empowered and motivated to push forward. After the interview, I stumbled into an audiobook named Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. It may seem corny, but I urged myself to listen to this book as a way to flush out my embarrassment, and what it did probably changed my whole life's direction. Here's what I've learned. This emphasizes that our beliefs shape the way we see the world and ultimately create our reality. Therefore, it is important to examine our beliefs and make sure they are serving us in a positive way. I realized then that acting immaturely is surely not the ticket to getting a promotion. I started to be more deliberate with my actions and my words. I made a rule to myself that I can allow myself to joke around at lunchtime, but when we're back in the office, I would turn myself into a totally different person. I'd be more professional in the office. I know some of you might think that this might be soul-crushing because you're suppressing your true self, but it's actually the complete opposite for me. In the office, I can show the more responsible, dependable, and analytical side of me, which my co-workers definitely noticed. They started to approach me if they have any questions, and they really take my opinion at heart. Our beliefs aren't innate, but rather they are learned through experiences and conditioning. This means that we have the power to change our beliefs and create new ones that serve us better. I really looked up to my manager and team leader at that time because they have that bravado with them, that they don't waver over irate clients, and they can definitely handle stressful situations and can empower their team to succeed. So naturally, I try to project those qualities they have into mine, and it's not an easy feat, to be honest. I sometimes found myself having doubts, or what you call imposter syndrome, which is something you'll definitely experience when you're trying to improve yourself and change the old ways that don't serve you anymore. Our beliefs can either hold us back or propel us forward. Limiting beliefs are those that hold us back and prevent us from achieving our full potential. Empowering beliefs, on the other hand, are those that inspire us and help us achieve our goals. This is really important because this will make or break your character. If you limit yourself because you lack, for example, the skills needed, then you will definitely won't have the confidence and courage to work yourself. Whereas if you'll have a positive mindset, the lack of knowledge would mean that you have every opportunity to learn new things. Robbins explains that our beliefs affect not only our thoughts but also our emotions and behaviors. By changing our beliefs, we can change the way that we feel and act, which can ultimately lead to greater success and fulfillment. Your body and mind are not separate systems. They are inextricably connected, constantly communicating with each other. Change one and you automatically change the other. For example, if you're feeling down, you might slump your shoulders and avoid eye contact. But if you stand tall, look people in the eye, and speak with energy and enthusiasm, you will begin to feel better. By changing your behavior, you can change your mood. In my case, I gave myself time to feel down and embarrassed from my interview, but after that, I focused primarily on becoming like my manager and my team leader. I asked them if there were any tasks they can handle I can help out. I was able to get free training from them, and at the same time, they now have more time to work on other things because I'm taking things off their plate. Knowing that I'm learning more stuff in a week versus a year gave me the confidence I needed. Thus, my behavior started to shift. I didn't realize that I became more reliable and more communicative. Soon, they started to entrust me with more important tasks. Shift your perspective. Instead of seeing obstacles, see opportunities. Instead of focusing on your weaknesses, focus on your strengths. When we choose to look at the world through a positive lens, we become unstoppable. As for my short story, I didn't get the promotion I wanted, unfortunately, but I was able to use all the skills I've learned from my team leader and my manager, whom I consider as my mentors, and landed a new job from a different company that offered me 4 times of what I wanted to make from my previous one. Funny thing is, when I asked why I got hired at the new job I was applying for, they said they liked how I am able to communicate with them as if I'm telling them a story. They were impressed by how fluid my explanations were on complex problems and scenarios, thus signaling that I'm definitely an expert on that field. I am forever grateful for those of my 2 mentors and the audiobook I've listened to because I wouldn't be here without them. Remember, your perspective is your reality. Make it a beautiful one. Choose to see the world in a positive light and watch as your life begins to transform. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.